Ash and I am back with another video, and today I'm going to be checking out 50 things that are only possible in Australia. Now, I know that Australia is known for like their kangaroos, and they also have, I think, a bunch of small islands. What video was that? There was a video that I did that talked a lot about Australia and how and when they became a commonwealth and stuff like that. I really don't remember what video that was, but it was a while ago. If I find it, I'll put the link up at the top. And before I get into this video, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Enough of me talking, and let's get straight into this reaction.
Okay, it's pop quiz time. Which country has the longest fence in the world? How about the second largest Greek population? 3 times more sheep than people? Okay,
Wow.
One word will give it away. Kangaroos! Yeah, I'm talking about the land down under. So, what do you know about Australia? So, let's start with the name. Australia comes from the Latin word australis, which means southern. Way back in the 2nd century, there were legends of a mysterious Terra Australis Incognita, or unknown southern land. Well, now it's very known, so let's get to know more about it. Despite the stereotypes of hot, sunny weather year-round, the Australian Alps, which are the highest mountain range in the country, get more snow than the Swiss Alps do.
Wow.
Better grab your skis. The world's longest national highway is in Australia.
What?
It stretches for over 9,000 miles.
No way.
For comparison,
That's crazy. I could not. It seems like it probably seemed like you're driving forever. Like there is a never-ending destination that you're going to. Could you imagine? Oh my God.
Earth's diameter is about 7,900 miles.
So how is that
It's
even?
actually a network of highways that connects all capitals of the mainland states.
Oh.
Now, I'm sure you've heard of the Great Wall of China.
Yeah.
But what about the Great Fence of Australia?
Never heard of it.
Okay, that's not what it's called, but still, the Dingo Fence in southeast Australia stretches for nearly 3,500 miles. For comparison, it would easily cover the entire span of the U.S., from Los Angeles to Houghton, Maine.
No way.
Now, it might not be so surprising to know that Australia is huge. It's about the same size as the continental U.S., about 2,500 miles wide. The distance from the west to east coast is further than Barcelona to Moscow.
And they do have a bunch of small islands, I think.
In all, Australia is the world's 6th largest country and the only one that's also a whole continent. But with all that territory, over 80% of Australians live within 60 miles of the coast. This makes the country one of the most coastal dwelling populations in the world. And that means a whole lot of beaches. In fact, they have so many that if you decided to visit a new beach every day, it would take you almost 30 years to see them all.
I would love that. I would definitely love that. 30 years? I wonder, has anyone tried to accomplish that goal? That is an amazing goal to try to accomplish. Like, literally. And I wonder how much it costs to go to each beach. I wonder if it's expensive. I wonder if you have to take a plane, if you have to take a boat. Oh my God. I did not know that.
The biggest property in Australia is about 40,000 square miles in area. South Korea could fit into it with room to spare. The country's termites are busy building huge properties as well.
Wow.
Their mounds are the tallest animal-made structures on this planet.
Hell no.
Before humans arrived, the continent was home to megafauna. If you lived there about 46,000 years ago, you'd be dead today. But you would have seen 10-foot-tall kangaroos, 23-foot-long goanna lizards, and ducks the size of an adult horse.
What?
Quack, quack. The largest living structure on the planet is the Australian Great Barrier Reef. By the way, it has its own mailbox, and there's a rumor that the fish there use eel mail. Yeah. Neither kangaroos nor emus can walk backward. That's a fact. And that's why they're painted on the Australian coat of arms. Keep moving forward. The platypus, an egg-laying mammal that lives only in Australia, is one of the rare venomous mammals on this planet. Luckily, while the venom has an excruciatingly painful effect on people, it's not lethal.
Oh,
the takeaway, don't fuss with a platypus.
Okay.
By the way, when the first platypus was brought to England, people there were sure that it was a joke. The English believed that Australians had sewn a duck's bill onto a rat's body to play a trick on him. Yeah, right up until he bit.
That's not even logically possible. But then again, you never know. We're humans in general. We always creating some type of animal. Like, seriously, we always trying to create something. I mean, so I don't blame them for thinking that.
Not laughing now, are you? Swimming in the surf during the day had been illegal in Australia up until 1902. But after one guy calmly entered the waves of Manly Beach one afternoon that year, surf bathing became increasingly popular. The largest Greek population outside of Greece itself is in Australia. Actually, to be more precise, in Melbourne. More than 160,000 people who live there say they come from Greek descent.
Wow.
Melbourne was the richest city in the world in 1880. These days, Tokyo, Japan holds this title. And until 2018, Melbourne had been rated as the most livable city in the world for 7 years in a row. But then it was bumped down to second place after Vienna, Austria. Come on, Melbourne, get back in the game.
Wow.
One of Melbourne's founders was John Batman. Yep, that was his real name. And get this, the city was temporarily called Batmania. Too bad they decided to change it to Robinville? Nah. In 2018, Australia ranked third after Norway and Switzerland on the Human Development Index. This index is based on education, life expectancy, and citizens' income. Basically, they got a good thing going down under there. In 2005, security guards at the Parliament House in Canberra were prohibited from calling people mate. But the ban only lasted for a day, mate. G'day. If you're ever in Western Australia, you can visit one of their many super...
Why was saying mate banned? Like, that's kind of, you know, that's normal in Europe to say, hey, mate, what's up, mate? Like, here we say, some people say, hey, bro, what's up, bro? Okay. There has to be a reason, though, right?
They get the bubblegum hue from a certain type of algae and bacteria, and they're totally safe to swim in. Just be careful what you chew. Oh, and be sure to take a selfie while you're swimming in what looks like a giant pool of Pepto-Bismol. You can thank Australia for coming up with the word selfie in the first place.
Oh?
There are about 74 million sheep to 25 million people in Australia, which makes an impressive ratio of 3 to 1. Only China and India have more than that. Oh, and the kangaroo thing is totally true. There are twice as many kangaroos as there are people there. That's 50 to 25 million.
So,
speaking of which,
is it true that kangaroos will, like, fight you? I've seen a couple of videos. I don't know if they were really real or if they were altered, but I've literally seen a kangaroo fighting this man. This man and this kangaroo was literally going back and forth. I think the kangaroo was trying to attack his dog and he was trying to save his dog, and him and the kangaroo was literally having this bout between each other. I don't know if it was really a real video. I need to know. I need clarification. I need to know if those kangaroos are really about that life.
When a baby kangaroo is born, it's only half an inch long. It's also hairless and totally pink. Kind of looks like a gummy bear. What else is there in Australia? Oh, that's right, koalas. And to top that, there are 10 times more camels than koalas. Australia is the source of a lot of the Middle East's camels.
I would think that camels are really like in like Egypt and stuff like that. What? This is very informative.
Now, in Western Australia, it's against the law to be in possession of more than 110 pounds of potatoes. Well, every country has its obscure, bizarre laws.
Okay.
The architect of the world-famous Sydney
Why
Opera
is that
House
even a thing?
got the idea of this unique construction while munching on an orange. If you combine all the sails of the building's roof, you'll get a perfect sphere. The most ancient fossils in the world were found in Australia. They were no less than 3.4 billion years old, even older than my leftovers in the fridge. There are so many different species in this country that only 25% of them have been discovered so far.
Yeah.
Of the animals discovered to be native to Australia, none have hooves. Burger King miraculously turns into Hungry Jack's as soon as you land in Australia. It's the Aussie franchise of the famous fast food chain. Australia is a unique continent that doesn't house any active volcanoes. It's also the flattest continent on our planet. But it's got plenty of mountains, and one of them is called Mount Disappointment. It's just 2,600 feet tall, and naturally, explorers William Hovell and Hamilton Hume.
I was gonna say, how is it the flattest, but okay, because if it have mountains, but the mountains really aren't that high.
Expected to see a great view from the top.
Wait, does that even
However,
make sense?
after climbing the mountain, they discovered that there were too many trees growing on top and blocking the view completely. Guess how the men felt? Australia has tons of unique flora and fauna species that you won't find anywhere else in the world.
That I know.
Among those are a staggering 1,500 spider species.
I don't like spiders.
Spider species, yeah. On the bright side, and we are, while some of them are fatally poisonous, most are completely harmless.
Oh my God.
But how do I tell them apart? Oh, the poisonous ones wear signs. Got it. It's also where you'll find 21 of the world's top 25 most venomous snakes. More than 90% of Australia is covered with some kind of vegetation. Since 1988, Australia has had a national floral emblem, and it's the golden wattle. When this plant blooms, it gets covered with the country's national colors, green and gold. Australia is a multinational country with more than 200 different languages and dialects spoken there. The most popular non-English languages are Mandarin, Greek, Arabic, Vietnamese, and Cantonese. There are 19 UNESCO World Heritage Sites in Australia, including 12 natural sites, 3 cultural sites, and 4 mixed sites. The difference between Australia's total length and its width is only 200 miles. Hey, do you have an 8-hour working day? You can thank Australian stonemasons for that. In 1865, they demanded to make 8-hour shifts the standard, and it spread throughout the world from there.
Wow.
With 8 people per square mile, Australia has an extremely low population density. For comparison, there are about 93 people per square mile in the U.S. The national Australian airline, Qantas, uses recycled cooking oil to power its interstate flights.
What?
So, have I missed any cool facts about Australia?
No
Let me
way.
know down in the comments. If you learned something new today, then give...
He didn't mention the small islands, unless he was referring to them as beaches, I guess. He didn't mention that, but there's no way that they are refilling using old cooking oil. How is that even possible? That is insane. Oh my gosh. They probably saved so... Wait, but how far can they fly using... How much cooking oil, old cooking oil, do they even need? Is that really true? I don't know. I don't know. That's kind of hard to believe, and it seems like it might be very, very dangerous. They would have to have a lot of cooking oil. I don't know. Comment down below and let me know what you guys think. Let me know your thoughts and opinions. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, fam.